Welcome back to the channel. I'm your catastrophic farmer. I'm out here in the garden today, and I wanted to do a little follow-up video on our garlic since that was a somewhat popular video. I thought maybe I'd just show you guys what I've actually got here after 2 months or so of growing it. And so here we go. All right, so I made a mistake. It hasn't been 2 months, more like 4 months it's been growing, but it was about 2 months when I filmed it. Now what happened was I dug trenches all along the row like you saw, and but I think what happened is it would rain and it would kind of fill back in, and so it kind of half buried some of this stuff. So I didn't get the desired effect. I should have dug it out again. That would have been better, but anyway, that's what we got. And so I'm digging some of it up today, and got a pile of it over there. I'll show you here in a second. So anyway, it just goes to show you that sometimes even when you know what you're doing, you don't really know what you're doing. So I'll dig some of this up and I'll show you what we got. Hey kitty. And I'm just using the spade to bust it up. Get down underneath the bulb, it breaks things up a little bit. By rights, I should have some real footwear on instead of these flip-flops, but you know, it wouldn't be the catastrophic farms if I didn't put a spade through my foot. So that's probably going to happen. Maybe we'll be able to film that. Not bad. This one's pretty good size. That one's about average. I've got some that are a little smaller. Yeah, so they just kind of vary in size. It just depends on, like I said, I think the dirt kind of filled back in around it. I should have dug it again, but they turned out okay. This will work. So that's about it. I'm gonna show you how to cure it here in a moment, and but I got to get all this stuff dug up first. So we'll catch back up with you here in a minute. All right, here's what I got. This is all of it. Some of it, I had a couple of them that rotted. I didn't get them too early. I probably should have done this a week or so ago, maybe 2. I don't know. But we're back. All right, we're back, and I managed to not put the spade through my foot, so that's cool. So what do we do here is, a few years ago I built this out of some scrap wood. I'm gonna zoom in here. Just took some screen from the hardware store and stapled it on the bottom of the wood. And this is my drying curing rack. Normally I'm a little more stable here, but whatever, anyway. So I put onion bulbs and garlic bulbs and anything else I need to kind of dry and cure out here. And you'll want to take your garlic bulbs and spread them out. Don't take the stem off just yet, because you'll want the stem when you hang them in the basement, and they'll last forever. You keep them in a dark place. I'll show you about that, or tell you about that here in a minute. But anyway, leave the stem on, and we definitely want to harvest it early enough in the year where you've got good, hot, humid weather. That's what makes for a good cure. At least that's what I've read anyway. I don't know. I don't really know what I'm doing. But anyway, spread them out so they can get some good air underneath it. The screen will help with that. If you want to dig some of the mud out of the root ball a little bit, you can do that, or wait till it's dry. It'll just crumble out. So that's really about it. And we'll leave this here for maybe a couple of days, maybe. I don't know. And we'll come back and they'll get a cure on the cloves. If you go ahead and put them up now, it's kind of like an onion. You want that hard cure on the outer skin, and that's what we're going for here. they'll preserve longer that way. So I have garlic from last year. I just was looking at it earlier. I have garlic in the basement from last year. And so it's a year old, like this month, and it's still good, hanging in the basement. So if you do this right, the stuff will last just about forever. So one other thing I wanted to tell you about is I had never told you what variety of garlic this is, and it's called Chesnick, and it's a hardneck variety, and it comes from Central Asia. Oh, look at that guy! Look at that. A dead slug or something. I don't know what he is. Or cocoon? I don't know what that is. Interesting. Huh. Anyway, it comes from Central Asia or something like that. I believe its origin is the Republic of Georgia. So if we have anybody watching from Republic of Georgia, you grow great garlic. Thank you. And I hope so, because I hear I'm big in the Republic of Georgia. So thanks to all my viewers from there. Anyway, that's about it. We'll come back in a couple of days and it'll be ready to hang up in the basement. The other thing I wanted to tell you is, yeah, I keep thinking of stuff here. So I take my biggest bulbs and I save those for seed next year. So I'll take maybe this guy and maybe this guy. And they're not huge. I'm a little disappointed in how big they got. But I'll take these bulbs. I'll take about 6 or 8 of these biggest bulbs, and I'll cut the neck off and I'll put them in a box in the basement. And then I will plant them in probably October or November this year. But I always save the biggest bulbs for that. And I'll show you how to do that come this fall when it's time. But yeah, it's easy to grab the biggest ones when you're preparing a meal and go use them. But the biggest ones are best left for seed the next year. Now that's it. I think that's all I got to say. I think. All right. Well, thanks for watching. Remember to like, subscribe, and share or whatever. So anyway, we'll see you around. Thanks.